grant that this looks like a big brain. Yes, in some sense it does. It's got
Let's see. I'm gonna close the window. Loud as fuck. Love it all. The sun shining.
Just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I. You look for love, all time with tears, wasted waters, all the years, and don't make all flowers. Good things might come to those who wait, but not for those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us.
Why does it keep doing the captcha thing? Let me reload the page. Sorry, I think they're mowing the lawn outside. It's really loud. What the hell's going on? What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? I have no idea what just happened. My Chrome just bugged out completely. Yeah, let's go with this one. Why not? see if we have any classes today. No classes today, no classes tomorrow. No classes on the 8th. No classes means no money. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Sad. Sad. Wait, it's 8. Wait, it's 9. Let's see. Let's move this to over here. Can't really see my accepting. I can't see stuff. Artificial intelligence. Let's go through artificial intelligence. Okay, let's not read about artificial intelligence. Let's go through, let's just skim through this real quick. Networking, we know that. Cloud computing. Deployment security, management, troubleshooting, or search for IT pros. User support, software as a service, service solutions to analyze. See. Yo, stop spamming my stream with emojis. Linux, to operate Linux successfully, basic maintenance, installing, configuring workstations, networking, understanding the Linux command line. Are skills that tech workers should start mastering now. Read more about Linux. Languages, web development, quality assurance. Data analytics to identify issues and opportunities in products to be created by factory or business. Make sure things are done right. Minimizing errors and vulnerabilities. User experience. Database administrators are to manage all aspects of an organized database environment. Query language is the standard programming language for relational databases, and it is known that IT pros know how to structure and manage these databases. Those wanting to move into a database administrator role should make it their mission to learn SQL inside and out. Data analysis, data visualization, data science, big data. Pursuing these competencies. IT skills in demand in 2022 that are related to Hello, Hannah. What's up? I'm learning cybersecurity. I know it's very boring, but yeah, it's pretty fucking boring. Big data refers to the use of new technology tools to handle data. Data handling skills and programmers. Competencies. You can advance your career. Big data. And then we have data and analytics. Big data. You're struggling because you can't sleep. Well, cybersecurity is gonna put you to sleep in 10 minutes. In a minute. Cybersecurity. Information security. Every IT pro needs to understand the risks. Security online, many IT pros. I have exams, so I hope so, lol. Good luck with your exams, dude. Good luck with it. What is the difference between IT security and cybersecurity? Thank you for the follow, Hannah. Thank you. My streams are rather sleep inducing. The most entertaining live I've seen yet. The most entertaining. Are you sure? I'm reading cybersecurity. Are you sure that's the most entertaining one you've seen? Cybersecurity, security, information security. The rest speaks different language, so yeah. Okay. Hard disks, S3 buckets, data lakes, IoT devices, and various protocols. Steps malicious actors take against these resources to compromise information. This is putting me to sleep. team is still awake. I would be tired during the exam. Dude, go to sleep. Turn off TikTok. Turn off your phone. Go to sleep, man. I don't know what to tell you. All that blue light is gonna make it harder to fall asleep.
Yeah, basically, this is going to be like
And the music I'm playing is literally sing you to sleep.
pushing myself,
So,
like saying
I don't know what to tell you.
or whatever. I'm just like, no, it's yeah, so it's fun, you know. So it's fun for me, and I guess pleasant for you to watch and listen to. I want it to be very, you know, like angsty. I'm doing
Penetration testing.
it's more just
Cybersecurity analysis.
really disappointing. You could pick your friends once you get inside, and the friends go can't fight them. Whisper to California, no time to ignore them, and say I didn't warn you. All the good girls go.
Project management. Professional skills. Leadership, adaptability. Organization.
My turn to ignore them and say I didn't warn them. All the good girls go to myself.
CompTIA. Leadership Cloud Project. Is this free? CompTIA. I feel like this isn't free. CompTIA. Oh, you gotta buy. You gotta buy everything, huh? You gotta buy everything. Seems like you gotta buy everything. As expected. Where is cybersecurity? Okay, yep, it's the same. To do.
Beauty color in your cheeks. Do you ever get that
Stop. Stop watching, bro. Go to sleep, Hannah. What? I mean, you wanna read? Okay, here you go. Read this and you'll fall asleep. Let's read computer hardware components. CPU, right. Motherboard. Done. Alright. Already learned everything about a computer. Nice. I read fast. Okay, well you should sleep fast instead of read fast. Wait, have you sent any gifts? I'm not sure if... Because I'm using OBS right now and I'm not sure if I will see the gifts. But if you have, thank you. In advance. Or thank you anyways for watching. Nope, because I'm broke. It's okay. You watching is already good enough. I mean, you can get like free stars from like those treasure chests, I think. But yeah, you watching is enough already. Thanks for the support. CPU is the brain of the computer. The motherboard is the main circuit board that connects CPU memory and other hardware. And you have RAM. Random access memory serves as a short-term memory. So it's RAM. 18 gigs of RAM. What is my specs? What are my specifications? My specs? I'm kind of curious. System. About. I must be missing something. AMD Ryzen 4800. I have 40 gigs of RAM. Pretty nice, huh? Let's see. AMD Ryzen 4800 graphics card. Alright. I don't need a Zanny to feel better. Power supply unit provides necessary electrical power to run the component and graphics. GPU, rendering images and videos. GPU, PSU. Power supply unit. GPU. Has like gaming, video editing, and machine learning. See, you need good GPU to run gaming, video editing, and machine learning. Let's check how good my GPU is, actually. It should be decent. It should be decent. Actually, no, I'm not gonna check it out. keyboards and mice and output devices. Printers up to essential computer. What is computer hardware? Um. Wait. Wait. Do you know that for running gaming and video editing, you need a good graphics card, and for machine learning, you need a good GPU to run. Okay. Bro, just go to sleep, bro. It's 2 a. Let me dox you real quick. 2 a.m. Dallas time zone. Texas. Go to bed, bro. You have an exam tomorrow. Stop watching me reading about computers. That's a CPU. It's a CPU. That's a motherboard. It's a motherboard. Okay, see a fan. That's the CPU. CPU stands for signal processing units responsible for guiding computers. Clock speed. A RAM. Okay, enough yapping. Next song, please. Can I play the next song? There you go. Random access memory. RAM. What is a memory? What is memory?
Memory, or DRAM, is one of the most important components in determining your system. Performance.
5 cans of Monster. Okay, you're not sleeping tonight.
Place to store and access data on a short-term basis. Operations like browsing the web, loading applications, and editing a spreadsheet all use short-term data access. The speed and amount of memory you have installed plays a key role in your system's performance. To put this into context, say you want to access data from a spreadsheet.
Data.
You click to open a document. The software program and the document load from your storage drive. Then, your system's processor transfers this data from long-term storage to faster, short-term memory so that you get quicker responses. Your program loads, and now the data you are using is available for quick access from your memory. Because memory is like your system's bank of available workspace, it has a big impact on performance. The more of it you have, the better. TrustCrucial.com for expert information on memory.
Wait.
You want to access data from a
Wait, so
all use short-term data access. Memory, or DRAM, is one of the most important components in determining your system's performance. It gives applications a place to store and access data on a short-term basis. Operations like browsing the web, loading applications, and editing a spreadsheet all use short-term data access. The speed and amount of memory you have installed plays a key role in your system's performance. To put this into context, say you want to access data from a spreadsheet. You click to open a document.
Right.
The software program and the document load from your storage drive.
Storage drive.
Then, your system's processor transfers this data from long-term storage to faster, short-term memory so that you
Long-term
get quicker responses.
to short term.
Your program loads, and now the data you are using is available for quick access from your memory.
Right.
Because memory is like your system's bank of available workspace, it has a big impact on performance. The more of
Right.
it you have, the better.
Okay.
TrustCrucial.com for expert information on memory and
So
storage.
that's RAM, huh? Alright. That's RAM. It's different between SSD and HDD. Just for hard drives. Running binary data onto spinning magnetic disk to rotate a stereo type drive that stores data on static solid state disk. Let's watch SSD.
A solid-state drive, or SSD, is a storage component for your computer. It's similar to a hard drive, except it's a lot faster and more reliable. Take a look at the difference. On a hard drive, data has to be sought out mechanically on a spinning disk. Because of their small
Wait.
moving
Wait, let me rewatch it. What's an SSD? Solid state
A
disk.
solid-state drive, or SSD,
Oh,
is
drive.
a storage component for your computer. It's similar to a hard drive, except it's a lot faster and more reliable. Take a look at the difference. On a hard drive, data has to be sought out mechanically on a spinning disk. Because of their small moving parts, they are slow and prone to failure. So
Right.
it takes longer to boot up your system,
Right.
load applications, and save files. In contrast, an SSD doesn't have small moving parts that are prone to failure, and it's able to seek out data almost instantly using
Instantly.
flash memory.
Flash memory.
Given that nearly everything on your system, all of your music, photos, documents, programs, games, and videos are loaded from your storage drive, the speed of an SSD provides a dramatic performance boost.
Right.
With an SSD, you can say goodbye to long load times.
Alright.
TrustCrucial.com for expert
That's
information
SSD,
on
huh?
memory and storage.
Okay. So SSD is faster than normal hard drive. The GPU does precisely what it named. Graphic processing unit. GPUs also provide additional computation with power supply unit. I need a PSU between 500 and 850 watts to quickly power all computer hardware. As a task, graphics design and gaming require more powerful, bigger PSU. Oh, we got a bot comment on Twitch. Very interesting. We recommend using. Okay, back to the singing. Supply that gives you some extremely.
I'm sorry. I'm not even sure if you can hear it. I hope not. I hope not. Anyways, hi.
Okay,
Back with this video.
that's
Because it's
computer hardware.
oh my god, also
The power supply unit, GPU, CPU, SSD, RAM, motherboard. I think I got it. Computer components for dummies.
Hello everybody and welcome to another YouTube video.
So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a PC component overview slash guide where I kind of walk you through the main components in a computer, discuss what their purpose is, how they work with the other components, and then what you should look for when you're actually purchasing these components. So whether you're buying a PC,
Let's skip to the part.
alright, so let me begin by just walking you through the main components that every computer is going to have. So in every PC, every laptop, doesn't matter what type of computer you have, you're going to have a motherboard,
Motherboard.
you have a CPU, which is
CPU.
central processing unit. You're going to have a RAM, which is
RAM.
access memory. You're going to have a graphics processing unit. This may be a dedicated GPU, so graphics processing unit, or it may be integrated with your CPU. You're then going to have some type of storage device, so a hard drive or an
Hard drive,
SSD.
SSD.
And I just want to note here that any peripherals, so things like a microphone, a mouse, a keyboard, a monitor, those are not a part of the actual computer. Those are things that are going to plug into the input or output devices of your motherboard and allow you
Right.
to actually view what's happening on the computer. So I just want to make that clear. Something like your monitor or your screen, even if it's on a laptop, that's not really a part of the actual computer. The computer is simply the components that I just listed. There may be a few other things depending on the build that you have, but those are the main and kind of fundamental ones. So with that said, let's start going through each component.
Let's speed up.
Talk about the importance of them and which ones you really want to look out for when you're actually buying a computer and which ones are going to make the biggest difference.
Oops.
Certain parts, its speed is really going to dictate how fast your computer is, and it's going to be responsible for doing all of the arithmetic, all of the math, and pretty much all of the heavy lifting of the computer. Now, it's going to utilize all of the other components.
I need to
and use those
stretch.
other components to work properly, but it
I
is
need
kind
to
of the heart
stretch.
of the PC or the heart of the computer, and with a poor CPU, it doesn't matter what other components you have, your computer is going to be slow. So in terms of looking out for different CPUs and kind of the properties of CPUs, you're going to have two main brands that you're going to be going to when you're purchasing a CPU or even purchasing a pre-built computer that comes with a CPU. Now that's
or
with AMD, and Intel. Now recently AMD has been outperforming Intel when it comes to value for CPUs, so personally I recommend AMD CPUs. However, Intel does still have a large market share and tons of computers come with Intel CPUs. It doesn't really matter if you have an Intel versus AMD CPU, some are better at specific tasks, but what you really want to look for when you're looking at a CPU is the specs of the CPU. So the number of cores, the speed of those cores, and then the number of threads as well. Now, when you're looking at a CPU, I would say the minimum amount of cores that you really want to go with in 2021 is 4. Now, there is a lot of CPUs that are dual-core CPUs. You're going to see these in very entry-level machines, very basic computers. maybe
What is
even
my
like
CPU?
phones. Now, dual
Wait, what is my CPU? Let's take a look at my CPU. Oh shit. What is my CPU? Let's take a look. AMD. Oh, is it AMD? Wait. G4 RTX. Oh, I have AMD Ryzen CPU. 4800. How do I check my graphics card? I don't know. Whatever. Let's
core CPUs
keep
are fine
stretching.
if you're only doing something like web browsing or word processing, but if you want to play any type of video game, if you want to load multiple applications at the same time, if you want a relatively snappy feel to your PC, you're really going to want to go with at least 4 cores. Now, when you're looking at cores, you're probably also going to see something that says threads. Now, typically, the number of threads is going to be double the number of cores. I don't want to get into that because this is kind of a video for beginners, but essentially, you don't really need to worry about the threads. Just look at the cores. Almost all modern CPUs have something called hyper-threading, which kind of allows each core to perform multiple operations at a time. That's why you'll see something like multiple threads or more threads than the number of cores. Now, other than that, you're going to see a speed for the core. So if you see something like 3.8 gigahertz, 4.2 gigahertz, and then you'll see things like turbo clock, boost clock, like all of these kind of marketing things you'll see on CPUs, right? The speed of the CPU is very important, but one thing to note is that just because a CPU has a higher speed does not mean that it's going to outperform one with a lower speed. For example,
It
if
doesn't
I have a
mean?
CPU that has 6 cores and you have one that has 2 cores, but your cores are clocked at 4 gigahertz, that's the speed of your CPU. My CPU, even if it's clocked at say 2.5 gigahertz, is going to outperform your CPU in almost every single task. That core speed that you're seeing there is the speed of a single core. So you can kind of multiply the speed by the number of cores, and that will relatively tell you how quick the CPU is going to be. Now, this is not a precise calculation, and in some situations you do actually want a higher clock speed than the number of cores, especially if you're running single-threaded applications. I'm not going to get into that again because this is for beginners, but the idea is for most common people, you're going to favor more cores over a higher clock speed. And most modern CPUs are going to be clocked at least 3 gigahertz, which is going to be more than fast enough for you to have a very responsive and kind of fast.
At least 3 gigahertz. I don't think mine has. I don't think mine has at least 3 gigahertz. I'm pretty sure mine is like what, 2.9? Look, mine is 2.9 gigahertz. When is this video made? Is it made recently? Mine has 2.9 gigahertz. It was made 3 years ago. 3 years ago. What the flying fuck? Wait, let me check my CPU real quick. I need to know. I need to know how good my CPU is. I need to know how good my CPU is. Wait, let me check if I have any classes today. I don't have any classes. Alright. Let's check my CPU. Is that good or no? Benchmark. Let's check the benchmarks. Cores 8, threads 16. So I have 8 cores. Is that good? I guess it's not that bad. I guess it's not that bad. Alright.
Experience using the computer. Alright, so now let's talk about RAM, which is random access memory. Now, RAM is a temporary storage location. Now, this means if you turn off your CPU, anything in RAM is going to disappear, it's going to be gone. Now, the point of RAM is to store data that needs to be readily available to the CPU or the computer so that it can very quickly be accessed and very quickly be changed. So any programs that you're running on your computer will utilize a small amount of RAM, or if you're talking about something like Google Chrome, a large amount of RAM, because they're going to be storing all of their program data in RAM, so it's very quick to access. Now, this is in contrast to something like an SSD or a hard drive, which is going to be a much slower storage medium, but is going to be persistent, meaning when you turn...
Wait, let me look up something real quick. Script projector. Just script. Script reader. Software. Not script reader. I'm looking for. What are those called? Like. Let me go to ChatGPT real quick. It's really slow. What are those script projector called? Those that show the script line by line for news anchors. Is there a software for that, so that I can read my script for YouTube videos. Actually, let me go to social media manager. Let me head there and then teleprompter. The teleprompter paradox. Is it raining outside or is it not? I can't tell. I can't tell. I've been hearing some noises. Okay, I think we... Is there like an online teleprompter? Let's see. Free teleprompter. And then... Okay, ChatGPT is really slow. I think it's pretty sure it's because I'm pretty sure it's because I'm streaming. That's why it's slow as hell. I'm getting myself a cooler though, don't worry. Getting myself a cooler. I wonder how the teleprompter works. What you're referring to is called a teleprompter. It's commonly used by news anchors, public speakers, and YouTubers to read scripts while maintaining eye contact with the camera. Best teleprompter software. This is not a good teleprompter. This is not a good teleprompter. Referring to is called teleprompter. It's commonly used by news anchors, public speakers, and YouTubers to read scripts while maintaining eye contact with the camera. Best teleprompter software is for YouTube. Here are some great teleprompter software options. Teleprompter, mirror, teleprompter. TypeScript. This is not a good. I don't think I need a teleprompter, to be honest. Like, don't think I need a teleprompter. Alright, let's keep going.
turn off the computer, the data on there is going to stick. It's not going to be deleted. Anyways, let's talk about what you want to look for when you're looking for RAM. So RAM has many different forms. You have DDR2, DDR3, and DDR4. And one very important thing to note is that laptop RAM is different than desktop RAM. So you cannot put laptop RAM in your desktop. That's not going to work. So just keep that in mind. I know many people who have accidentally bought the wrong type of RAM. Anyways, the main kind of, I guess, types or generations of RAM that we have right now is DDR3 and DDR4. Now, DDR3 is a much older style of RAM. That's probably a red flag if you're buying a computer. If it has DDR3, you're going to prefer DDR4, which has a much higher kind of stock speed. Now, when we're looking at RAM, we have all kinds of speeds, anywhere from something like 2666 megahertz to something like 3200 megahertz or 3600 megahertz. Now, the RAM speed doesn't matter a ton for most of you, but if you are building your own computer, then you want to go with a higher RAM speed rather than a lower RAM speed. Now, ideally, the sweet spot's probably going to be around 32 to 3400 megahertz for your RAM, but for most of you, you're not going to have that option, and you're not even going to see that speed if you're buying a pre-built computer. So in terms of the amount of RAM, for most of you, you're going to want either 8 or 16 gigabytes of RAM. Now, you could get 4 gigabytes of RAM if you're going with a very entry-level computer, but just keep in mind that this is going to be an entry-level computer. It's going to be slow. It's not going to be the most performant, so I would recommend, as a minimum, for most people, unless you're really on a budget, 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, 16 gigabytes is going to be the sweet spot. It's a really nice middle ground. You almost never need more than 16 gigabytes. And again, for most of you, you're going to want that amount. Now, some of you may be saying, well, can't I get 17 gigabytes? The answer is no. You need to have a certain denomination of RAM. It's going to be a power of 2. So either 2 gigabytes, 4 gigabytes, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. That's just how RAM works. You'll see some weird computers that have like 6 gigabytes of RAM. Don't worry about that. That's kind of an exception to what I'm saying. For most of you, again, you're going to want either 8 or 16 gigs. Now, if you are doing anything that is going to require more RAM, you have a really high-end CPU, you're doing video editing, maybe you're rendering a bunch of stuff, then you may want to consider going up to 32 gigabytes of RAM. And if you're doing machine learning, AI, a ton of data processing, and you need that loaded for your models, you probably might want to go up to 64. Now, in my personal computer, I have 64 gigabytes of RAM. I have never needed to use that amount. The most I've probably ever used would be like 32 gigs. And even that, again, like 32 gigs would be completely fine for my computer. Now, one kind of random rule of thumb here that I'm going to throw in is that if you have a very high-end GPU, so something like a 39, a 3080, a Titan, then you're going to want to have double the amount of RAM than your video memory. Now, I'm going to talk about video memory in a second, but if you have 24 gigabytes of VRAM, you're going to want at least 48 gigabytes of RAM, which means you should probably go to 64. I won't talk about all the reasons for that, but just keep that in mind in case you're getting a very high-end GPU. So now let's move on to motherboard. Now, the motherboard is going to be the bridge or the connection between all your different PC components. So your
Motherboard,
graphics
graphics card,
your
CPU,
RAM, all of
RAM.
that is going to go directly on the motherboard, and the way they're going to communicate is through the bus on the motherboard. Now, the motherboard is also going to
The
deliver
bus.
power to the components.
I remember
the
the bus.
components have their own separate kind of power connection. Anyways, the motherboard is important, but for most of you, you're not going to have to pick it out or even look at the specs, because it's just going to come with whatever computer you buy. If you are building your own computer, do some research. I'm not going to talk about it a ton in this video. It is very important that you pick a motherboard that's compatible with your CPU, your amount of RAM, and all of the expansion cards you may want to add, and other features like fan headers and like extra USB ports and stuff like that. Now, your motherboard will also have the input and output devices, so it will have USB ports on it, it will have audio jacks, it might have an HDMI or VGA port if you have an integrated graphics card, all of this type of stuff. Anyways, that's pretty much it for motherboard. Again, not super important. Don't worry about it unless you are building your own computer, in which case, do some research. Alright,
Okay.
so let's go to GPU, which is graphics processing units. Now, this is very important if you are doing anything graphics intensive, like 3D rendering, video editing, playing video games. If that's the case, you're going to want to get something known as a dedicated GPU. However, if you are not doing any of that, then you can get an integrated GPU. Now, an integrated GPU
Dedicated
is built into the
GPU.
CPU, which means you don't have to buy a separate component, it's just already there. Now, you do require either an integrated or a dedicated GPU to get a display output, and the reason I'm saying that is because some CPUs do not come with integrated graphics. So most AMD CPUs do not have integrated graphics, meaning you actually need a graphics card to get some output from the computer. However, most Intel CPUs do, which means that you can just directly plug in a cable to the motherboard, and you'll be able to actually see something on your monitor. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Now, I don't want to go through all the different GPU models because there's so many and there's a lot of great reviews out there from people other than me, but when you are buying a computer, the first thing you want to consider is, do I need a GPU or do I not need a GPU? Then you're going to look at the different levels of GPUs, and depending on what you're doing and the specs of your other components, you're going to
Let's take a look at
Now,
my
you want your GPU
GPU.
balanced with your CPU, amount of RAM, and all of that type of stuff. Don't go buy a 3090 if you have a 4-core CPU. That's unnecessary, and you're going to bottleneck this crazy GPU with a very poor CPU relative to the performance of the GPU. Alright, so I was just editing this video, and I realized I missed some important details in the GPU section, so I just wanted to kind of fill those in here. Now, I do want to give you a treat, though, if you've stuck around until this point in the video, and I'm going to show you that this is my cat. This is Fresca. She's hanging out on the desk right here. She's, like, always on my desk when I'm working, which is nice, but also quite annoying if I'm trying to type or something like that. Anyways, I just wanted to introduce her in case you guys haven't seen her kind of walking around on the desk.
Graphics processing
Regardless,
unit.
let's now get into those missing details. So GPUs, when you're looking at a dedicated GPU, that's kind of what I'm going to be talking
How
about now.
to
You're gonna have
find
two
my
companies that are gonna be
GPU.
providing the GPUs, AMD and NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA is kind of the preferred company for GPUs. That's the one I personally recommend, just because they're more mainstream, they have larger market
I
share,
see.
and their drivers and all these things are more compatible with more stuff. They have some other cool features, like NVIDIA Broadcast, which you can only get access to if you have specific series GPUs from NVIDIA. Now, also, if I'm mispronouncing that, let me know in the comments, because I never know how to pronounce that company name. Anyways, let's continue. Alright, so AMD, totally fine. If you get an AMD GPU, that's alright. In fact, most Mac computers are going to come with an AMD GPU, and that's because I think they have some special, like, proprietary partnership. Regardless,
Graphics.
those are fine. Now, when you're looking at the specs of a GPU, the first thing you're going to want to look at is the generation of the GPU. So is it first gen, second gen, third gen? Is it a 20 series? Is it a 30 series? You just want to look at how
Display
recent it is, and
related
obviously you're
setting.
gonna wanna go for the most recent
Advanced
GPU that you
display.
can. Now, other than that, you're going to want to look at the amount of video memory.
Related
Now, video
settings.
memory, otherwise known as VRAM, is special dedicated memory, very similar to regular RAM, but just for the graphics card. Now, the graphics card is actually going to be responsible for rendering all of your frames. So if you're playing a video game, your video memory is going to act as a video buffer. And what that means is you're going to have all of your frames and everything that you're going to be seeing kind of being stored in the VRAM first, and then being passed to the display output where
Display
you'll actually see them.
adapter.
Now, again, take all this with a grain of salt. It's just an oversimplification.
Display adapter section. Display adapter section. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Display adapter. Oh, there we go. What is mine? It should be RTX, like, what, 3060? Oh, it's a 3050. It's a 3050. Wait, that's crazy. I have a 3050 graphics card. That's insane, man. That's
To
insane.
give you a general kind of explanation of what's going on, but essentially the more video memory, the better. Now, as I said before, you want to have double the RAM of your video memory. So if you have an 8 gig video memory card, you want 16 gigabytes of RAM. This is just so you can load the VRAM of the GPU fast enough. If you don't have enough RAM, then it's going to go slower. It's not going to load it.
Wait.
You're gonna have two companies that are going to be providing the GPUs, AMD and NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA is kind of the preferred company for GPUs. That's the one I personally recommend, just because they're more mainstream, they have larger market share, and their drivers and all these things are more compatible with more stuff. They have some other cool features, like NVIDIA Broadcast, which you can only get access to if you have specific series GPUs from NVIDIA. Now, also, if I'm mispronouncing that, let me know in the comments, because I never know how to pronounce that company name. Anyways, let's continue. Alright, so AMD, totally fine. If you get an AMD GPU, that's alright. In fact, most Mac computers are going to come with an AMD GPU, and that's because I think they have some special, like, proprietary partnership. Regardless, those are fine. Now, when you're looking at the specs of a GPU, the first thing you're going to want to look at is the generation of the GPU. So is it first gen, second gen, third gen? Is it a 20 series? Is it a 30 series? You just want to look at how recent it is, and obviously you're going to want to go for the most recent GPU that you can. Now, other than that, you're going to want to look at the amount of video memory. Now, video memory, otherwise known as VRAM, is special dedicated memory, very similar to regular RAM, but just for the graphics card. Now, the graphics card is actually going to be responsible for rendering all of your frames. So if you're playing a video game, your video memory is going to act as a video buffer. And what that means is you're going to have all of your frames and everything that you're going to be seeing kind of being stored in the VRAM.
My
first,
VRAM.
and then being passed to the display output where you'll actually see it on the screen. Now, again, take all this with a grain of salt. It's just an oversimplification to give you a general kind of explanation of what's going on. But essentially, the more video memory, the better. Now, as I said before, you want to have double the RAM of your video memory. So if you have an 8 gig video memory card, you want 16 gigabytes of RAM. This is just so you can load the VRAM of the GPU fast enough. If you don't have enough RAM, then it's going to go slower. It's not going to load as fast as it possibly can. Okay, so in terms of the amount of VRAM you want, the minimum you're probably going to get is 4. Now, in some GPUs, there will be 2 gigabytes of RAM. That's pretty unnecessary. At that point, you don't even really need a dedicated GPU. But in any GPU that is actually... Alright, so now let's talk about persistent storage devices, SSDs, and hard drives.
Alright, I think I understand everything now. Alright, let's move on to connection types and their functions. Let's take a break, shall we? Let's take a break. Let's take a break. Give me some break from all this tech stuff. Need a break. What does media request mean? What does media request mean? I don't know. Like, what does media request mean? I don't know. Like, I can watch what you want me to watch, I guess. I don't know. I mean, technically, you get to donate and you get to, yeah. But you can just request that. I don't know. Alright, let me just remove that real quick. Let me hide that real quick. Alright. Connection types and their functions. Let's
It's not about how good or how bad my singing will turn out. It's more about how I can, just sit down with you, create this little cute, safe space, for
fiber optic connections use light signals through glass or plastic fibers.
whatever you think, whatever you want, whatever you need. And
Fiber optic connections, cellular connections.
listen to music, with me singing right here. Yeah, I'm happy to bring some
Ethernet, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, Ethernet, Bluetooth, fiber optic connections is fast and more reliable than copper. And Bluetooth. NFC. NFC. Near field communication. Wi-Fi, infrared, Bluetooth. Mesh knowledge person is advanced name is first. Supporting a variety. Bluetooth in simple words. Bluetooth wireless technology that enables communication voice across short. Eliminating the use of cables. Bluetooth is wireless technology that enables communication between devices across short distances using radio frequency. Between devices, radio frequency. Used to link mobile devices, fixed or stationary devices, including headphones, vehicles, far ears. Bluetooth waves are short range and continuously changing frequencies. It's challenging for hackers to eavesdrop on the signal. employs radio waves to communicate data between devices. However, those waves have a limited range. Deeper research.
Say, because I know you stay in my house with that.
Radio frequency. A power short distance transmission system to convert data into a format that can be transferred by data. Short range radio waves. Between Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Wi-Fi router to connect a device to the internet. I need to turn it off. I'm sorry. I need to focus. Speaking of Bluetooth, Bluetooth range. Maximum communication distance varies depending on the environment and device class. The maximum range for class and device is up to adaptive frequency hopping. Bluetooth frequency hop employs 0.4 gigahertz size and band channels. Device repairing made speed video device must be. Detectability device can be detected in order to respond to scanning attempts. Between Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Wi-Fi is a wireless transmitter Wi-Fi router connected to the internet in order to enable a device like computers, tablet, phone, or internet access and transmits Wi-Fi. An internet service provider transmits a Wi-Fi signal to the router. Bluetooth will result in the creation of a WLAN and a wired LAN. What does WLAN stand for? Wireless Local Area Network. Wireless local area network doesn't get allowed two or more devices to be wirelessly connected for okay. How does wireless local area network work? Radio infrared micro transition. Connections directly connected to your computer. Wait, let me see. Zero trust. Wait, is this enough? Do we have a better cybersecurity roadmap, or? Is this for free, or is this? Oh, you need to pay for all of this. You need to pay for everything nowadays. Huh. I see. Let's go back to security certification roadmap. And let's see. Let's see. CEH. CEH, Certified Ethical Hacking. CEH. Honestly, I'm just gonna. It's so difficult. Let's just start with this one. Linux. Permission. Let's see. Control plus left and right. Control plus left and right, up and down. Let's see. Tab. Control C. Man. Ah. Q. Man. Dash interface system manual. Dash H. Guess I need to run my own virtual machine. I feel like I need to run my own virtual machine. Alright, let me check how much money I've made. Wait. Wait. Wait, what? Wait. Give me a second. Oh yeah, I mean, obviously. Let's see. How do I? Let's see how much I've made. Let's see how much I've made. Shouldn't be too much. That's it, huh? 1,600 something dollars. 1,600 something dollars. It's alright. It was alright. Not bad, not bad. List dash A, list not even dash hyphen A. root bin user. The good old Linux. Good old Linux. var www. Good old Linux hierarchy. Everything is a file. Directory, device, socket, user, home, user, desktop, config, password, etc. And then temp, file, mount, var log. This is pretty fucking important. Let me download this actually. Let me. I need to clean my. You know what? It doesn't matter. Lucy Inc. Cybersecurity. And then documents, documentations. And let's see. Linux basic. Yeah, let's just watch. Let's just read the PDF file instead of doing it on GitHub. That'd be so much more helpful, to be honest. Linux. Okay, let's. Let's see. I think the microphone is blocking too much of. Yeah, that's better. That's better. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. It's tough. Oh, list -al. CD. CD hyphen. List CD desktop. Alright, okay. I feel like. It's not looking too good. Here's focus on process. CD. Home directory. Root directory. Right. Let's connect to our server. Dang, should I keep paying for cursor? No, I don't think I should keep paying for cursor. Yeah, I probably shouldn't keep paying for cursor, to be honest. Probably shouldn't. Have I canceled it or? I'm not sure if I should cancel it. Oh, I get to use 4.0 mini. Oh, nothing. Never mind. 4.0 for a mini. No limits. 4.0. Till 2025. Okay. All right. August 2025. All right. Damn. All right. Restart VS Code. And let's head to terminal. List and then list dash a hyphen a. Wait. Is it not hyphen a? Is it something else? Oh, hyphen al. Read, write, dot, images, index, HTML. I see. Alright. Right. Let's take a look at. Oh shit, hold on. Give me a sec. Oh shit, hold on, give me a second. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, whatever is going on. And then let's take a look. We should probably wait. Do we wait or do we not wait? Dang, it's a good question. Do we wait? Will it drop? Will it not drop? Wait. All right. All right, I think